phone, I gotta take all of that off of there to go somewhere else. Because me doing that is slim and nothing, right? Brand switching mode. How likely is it for a user to switch from this company to another company? That's important. Another thing is like a branding mode, right? So what is a branding mode? When you think about the name, this name sticks out. You think about this. If you think about here comes the a shirt with a collar, what do they call it?
Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straight away right field.
When the company name now becomes synonymous with an object.
Track, he makes the catch.
You think about code brand, man. You know, code. Branding mode. It's important.
Ready to talk cheater down.
And
he's a guy looking
market leadership. So when you think about
has he been getting the results
head of that industry, right? Electric cars, you think Tesla. Out the gate, you think retail, you think Walmart. Right? So it's not hard to get in it. Then just start understanding, what does a good company look like? So I have these 5 rules I go by. I call them OGLK. The R stands for reason. What's the reason that I'm at this company for? How did I get here? The U, do I understand it? Like, do I understand how this business actually makes money? Right? That's important. Right? Amazon, I ask you, how does Amazon make money? By shipping products out. And I would say, well, that's the second way they make money. The first way they make money is Amazon Web Services. Biggest web service in the world. Right? So you gotta understand.
She'll get his first opportunity in this one.
How do they make money? Well, they entertain. They do. They also got streaming and ESPN. So you gotta understand how you make money is important. Right? So to already do the L, it needs expansion. You cannot see the business expanding without selling off assets. Right? So you want a business to have to sell off assets to make money. So let's think about McDonald's. Right? So McDonald's went from burgers and fries to
now,
4 hours selling burgers. It didn't cost you nothing. They
got a square foot.
Got a drive-through, right? They got
first base, of course, there it is.
You want a business to sell off assets, make more money.
I was stepping out too early. That's my fault.
You want to see real estate? Not necessarily. McDonald's don't really do the fries from cold. So now you look at it as this way. Again, I'm not telling nobody. So now you look at it like this. Okay, who's the number 1 fast food business in the world? Number 1, right? People still love the brand. Kids still love chicken nuggets. That's not healthy. Kids still love chicken nuggets, right? The world is moving back up. You can go to any McDonald's right now. They got a line wrapped around it. It's not going to. So it was how we speed this up. Cool. So you go to McDonald's now, they'll have a kiosk inside of them. So now you don't even got to go to the register. You can order it right here. Right? You're taking a page out of Chick-fil-A. Right? So it's still a great. And also, one of the things that you see about McDonald's, they put their restaurants in prime locations. Right? Right? I always thought that this.
So digging in now, one way, the runner at first represents the potential to go ahead and score. Double play is in order.
Me.
First in time, it's just this side is retired.
So there's a study that shows that red is something a color that makes you
hero for 3 games so far.
Most of them are red. Got something red inside the sun. Psychologically,
they switched the shit to R1.
But they're also like one of my favorite
I could have robbed that on the wall, bro.
I said they're getting it like every time you look at why they gonna explode? But what happened was they did something that no other business can do. We talk about a moat, right? So what Chipotle does is they partner with local farmers in a 100-mile radius. So every day,
here in the bottom first.
In
the windup, here comes the 0-1.
And they do it in a price so well.
In the air, the only way right
is if you willing to profit.
Is there to put it away for that number 1.
So you're like, yo, I'm not gonna mess with that part of the business line. Right? So you find businesses that have it's not hard, but before you even get there, before you say, I gotta learn all that. Just start learning what you consume, yo. Like before you even get into that whole master, before you try to be Warren Buffett, be sharp, just be tracked. Like what you consume every day, like you should be investing in big things. No, seriously.
But just for men has taken off during the pandemic. You know what's been helpful for me too, like I was saying earlier, like all these apps, right? Because I've been using this app Public that I've been using to invest in the stock market, and you don't have to invest like a full price of the stocks. You can invest whatever amount of money that you have, but it's also like a liquidity that's on there. So there's all these people that only have a conversation about different stocks and what they're not telling you what to do when they're talking about what they did. And then I go on the app and I'm like, okay, let me do my own research. And so that's how me, and like you said, things that I use, like I invested in the real because I know it's the best secondhand luxury CEO at the company. So I look at different things like that. Peloton, obviously the early stages of this pandemic, we saw how Peloton was not even
I need the camera to stay on the fucking ball. It's weird.
Research. But how do you decide when is the best time to buy? Because the market fluctuates so much. When you like, this is a great time to get in.
So one of the things I learned is, and this is where the patience comes in that, right? So one of the things I tell people is like you gotta understand the value of something. You gotta understand the value of the asset. Right? Like you bought a car. If you bought the car at the sticker price, then you probably get less over. Right? You bought a house at the market price, you probably get less over. Right? You don't let do that. So one of the things I help people is what I help people learn is to actually find the value of what this asset is worth. Right? Into this game. So think about this. So for Black Friday, people run to Walmart and all these places because they feel like these liabilities are on sale, right? Well, when the stock market goes on sale, people want to take their money out. That's the perfect time to put money in, right? Because they put money in the crowd. And so I keep the same mentality when I'm investing. So to answer the question, like I reached the market go on sale, like last year, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get real. On March 3rd, I went crazy. Last year, I was dumping everything I had. You know what I'm saying? I did wait. Like, all right, man, we want to see the bottom. That's right. See when it's gonna bottom. Right? For me, I love that. Like, I teach all my people that. Yo, like, while it's running up, you need to be doing the research and this. We need to find out what's worth. Because what happens is, it's like expansion, right? You can only expand so much before it has to contract. Right? You only blow up so much before it has to come back. But when it comes back, that's what we unload. That's what we triple our net worth. It's a game. So one of the things we just always say is, why do you teach us this in school? Right? So let's say is off the wall. Right? Wealthy people don't be wealthy, rich. You get wealthy ideas.
I tried it. I tried to fucking inside the park.
So the line is at the top of the The line will never tell me to see what a giraffe or a water buffalo like this game. We did how we down by one. Right? Financial predators, financial traders. We got to now transition to being a financial predator. Right? And the transition is amazing. Like this machine ain't going down. We just gotta learn how to play it. So
that is crazy.
The stock market is going down. When they saying it's hyped up, like I ain't tripping.
Motherfucking bat flew out of my hand.
10% is a market correction. So if the stock falls back 10%, that could be a buying opportunity. Falls down 20%, it's for sure buying opportunity. Right? And so that's why you pay attention to. It doesn't have to be nothing.
Gotta take advantage of that pitch right there.
Barely look at my account.
Hanging over the heart
if I see the market running up,
it's too many of those.
Because I just want to check to see how much money I get. Right? But when the market starts going down, like the last 2 weeks, I saw the market was down. I was like, oh, it's down. Let me go see what's going on right now. Let me see what deals I can find. Because some things on sale. And everybody panicking. And I look on that and I see it's been red a week in a row. Oh, yeah, I can add y'all. Let me pay attention to my app. Let me go in and find something that I already got sitting on the side that I can buy. If the the stock market running. I don't want no part of that. Like, I'm making money.
Now it's out of the lane. Landon turned well in his last
that sounds so negative. So you only got two options. It's either predator or prey. You're gonna eat
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard, back up the middle. Hit double there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Let's go. I need a homer for the cycle, but we got that nigga on the scoring run and play.
With the 8 on play. In the box, Gio Russo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. This is in the area left field.
Right, which is good.
Catch made it left. Here comes the runner for the plate. This is line of RBI as of now over 2 games. And the throw goes into third, but it's not in time to restore the sack, flying in an RBI.
Every team is looking for that two-strike late in the game. That run right there gives them all
Slow it down.
heading into the late innings.
Peter Merrick, on the guard, makes his open. We'll see if they think about working around. He will deliver one of his biggest at-bats in the night. It's as they said. And the score is the run through third, and that would go to lead up to 3 here in the top of the ninth.
5 years ago, we were going to 20,000.
Ready for another shot now. Jerry Rand, no thumb out of this game so far. As Mike said, he's over 3. Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. Steelers is there, and that's not his start to the bottom of the ninth this time. He was over 4. 1-1.
Mike, you don't see explosions finish with better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the trap in the face and solve this game away from his guys.
5-2, the final score tonight. Richmond coming on top of their 30th victory. Duncan wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year.
Everybody got a Mustang. This is farmer in the fundamental. And I realized that it was a bad company.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show today. Getaway dedicated this 3-game series between the Flying Squirrels of Richmond and the Brooklyn Sea Dogs.
Curry was endorsing it, and I was like,
Hunter Crawford, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that
I didn't know I was first in All-Star voting, shit.
coming into this start, one of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go at that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Guys, you take a look at the home 9 as they enter play here this afternoon. They continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one.
Taking in to try it again, Austin Wright. Ready on 1 and 2. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. That's going to fall on a base hit. And not in time to run score.
So yeah, when you own stock in the business, actually hard.
Blake Joy Lynn, like over 2 throwing so far in this one.
They went up on our shit.
It's called a process. This is where
In the air to straightaway right.
This is where we lost money at. This is how we plan on
Reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning.
That's to you. As a
Leading off the inning, Glendon Cedar, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Game time, 1 run here in the 4th.
You feel what I'm saying? As with anything. So instead of
standing in, Austin Wright, runner in scoring position.
that worked out.
Even so, like you do real estate, like what people don't know is
Pause and the 0-2. Sky in the very shallow right fielder coming on. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning.
They're not in a real McDonald's. They're not in the real estate.
Coming to the plate now, Lincoln Cedar. He got on top of one, was a round-back victim last time. Line drive to left. This is going to hang up there just long enough to be taken in on the run at 12 left, and that ends the inning.
Right, that's just simply saying, I'll provide the building.
Now to the plate, Glendon Cedar.
But at least, so now as an investor, I can say,
Be ready to deliver
I
on
own
the
a
first
company.
pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left
I
field.
own a company that Walmart
Mixer is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for route number 2.
They pay dividends every month.
4-0 score this afternoon. Portland Seagull broke the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Cutter Crawford earns win number 4 on the season. Luis Madero
without the tenants, but they do everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I did an analysis like maybe a year ago. 30,000 invested in a home and 30,000 invested into the stock market and a real estate investment trust. True enough, you'll make more money on the front end with the real estate, right? But I enjoy the no hassle. So if, let's say that tenant put a hole in the wall, that now has to come out of the rent money that you collecting, which is cool. I think real estate should definitely be a part of anybody's portfolio. But with the REIT, I don't got to do nothing but just collect the dividends. And now they are by law obligated to pay 90% of the profit that they make because they get the tax benefit for it. And so with REIT, you can own apartment complexes.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball.
Like you want to own land, you can buy a land REIT. So now, like one of the companies I own,
Thomas Hatch,
they rent out
the Sooner State gets the starting assignment here. What do you have for us on
that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, man, we're getting
I don't got to own the land. I don't got to lose share profits. I don't make money off it. You know what I'm saying? So you can get into this. You can get into this machine.
Minimizes the amount of loss, keeps his hits down.
He can
do more of the same with that. We sure have some great
as well.
in this one here today.
Yeah, I said, Wall Street looks like us now. You talked about
I had a home run. What the fuck is you talking about? I mean, when I got the PS5, I was over there for like 2 seconds.
What would tips would you do that for? So the first thing I would tell them to do is get what's called, like, again, I'm not a financial advisor, y'all. Like, don't hold me to this.
That wasn't a particularly good place right here. This guy doesn't get away with very many mistakes. He's going to have to do a better job to get you a collection of stocks
all at one time. Right, so let's say you wanted to get it, you like bank stocks.
Stepping into the box, Cito Francisco comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if they get him any good.
All that
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, let's say you wanted the ETF, you wanted to get into electric cars, like draft,
takes it to the second out.
Alright, well, you can get an electric car ETF. So ETFs are great. You can just go to the simple website, ETF.com. Right, so ETF.com, it'll have a bunch of ETFs on there. It'll break it down for you. Like, I'm swear, like, that's how you leverage the game. I mean, most of us want to respect. But we don't have the business to do well. Right, so I would say that the first thing you get into is I guess the trick is it's going to mitigate your risk, what I mean, but it's going to take some of the risk off. So what happens is, let's say I wanted to own Apple, but I'm not willing to take the risk. I might wake up in the morning, Apple down 8%. I might be on my percent. Right, well, you may own Apple with this ETF, you own Apple, Amazon, Netflix, you own 10 companies. So if one company is down, the other 8 is financial damage. All 8 of them down, it still wouldn't be down as much as the one company would because you found that. So that's a great way to get in the game, and I want you to understand this too. Just because a stock goes down in price doesn't mean you lose money. You only lose money when you sell it when it's down. Because you lock that loss in, right? So the stock goes down, you bought more, you now bought the price in which you bought it at, you bought it down. So you bought it at $200, and the stock goes down to $150. If you buy more of it at $150, now bring it down.
I just start smacking these bitches.
So now you can make profit.
No, when this new one come out, I'm gonna have my swinging on point.
Right? So that would be the first thing I would do. So you'll install some ETFs or some index funds, the S&P 500. Yeah, so you can buy the VOO or the SPY. Great index funds on 500.
So that was the third home run for these guys today.
He wrote some
right. That's what I got last year.
Hitting shoes on it.
Rashad looks like one of my guys. My brothers, man. Rashad said that was a bad move, but it was a better way to do it. It's
lighting in that box. Minnesota is working
right. So what happens is
at the
beginner's rate, you buy the S&P 500 over the last 100 years, you turn down right? That's still better than 0.25%. What happens is, so we look at the market so much, I use all my students, we can can make
That's crazy.
Like, don't let it set the bar low and a little more. Right? Understand the potential financial possibilities that you
Try to catch it up with fucking walls. Somebody open the door and shit.
change the conversation. Information is very valuable.
We're looking at your position, 8 to 7 games.
So how much you win? Listen, the most important financial decision you'll ever make is how much
The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball this month.
It's the most important decision. How much of your income you're going to turn into capital, to turn that capital into wealth. And turn it into capital is just saying, this is money I'm going to use to invest. It's a simple decision, right? So we got to start learning how to do more with less, so I can get the more, be abundant in the future. If you don't prepare for tomorrow, today, when tomorrow comes, you'll be prepared. Where do you think you would be if you didn't go to jail? I tell you, that's the most important part of my life.
Room out there as he
I would
puts
never
this
see
away
that
to
10 years
retire
ago.
the side.
Like, I did it. You can't. Time is our most important asset. But for me, that elevated my who I am as a man, who I am as a father to another level. When I was in prison, there is no loss of track. 100%. When I was in prison, there is no loss of track. Right? Prison saved me in so many different ways. You think about it. Like, again, I saw my mom get shot when I was 9. My grandmother goes to the feds. My mama was pushed another gun charge. Then she gets shot again. She's still here, though. Thank God for that. I didn't become a product of that. So my mama went to jail. My grandmother passed away. I'm 13, I'm always like, so I was now with all the bullshit.
Where you been at?
I found love.
What was he doing?
Like God, this. So literally before I went to prison, I was in all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? So prison actually saved me and me. You know what I'm saying? I asked that question because, like, I always say, prisons aren't real corrections. Hell no. But if there was actual teachers there, instead of the guy that that was there doing the bill with you, somebody that could actually plant seeds in you and say, yo, Trapper, why don't you come to stop continuing to think for real. Those classes while you're here. You could come out of bed and you
Nearly extravations to start the inning, but this winds up foul by inches. Wow.
You're lucky if you get one pitch at night right down the middle. You're not being laid on his best.
And all he did was, if he was really he wouldn't be here. He would be invested in making a lot of money. That's a fact. He took that guy because he was funny. He went to jail and was from a guy that was really bullying. A lot of
Stepping in the box.
all I'm saying is why brothers are there. Give me a chance. That's a fact. Correction. That's a fact. I'm really trying to get back in prisons right now. Like, that's something, like, I'm heavy. I was talking to my guy Andre, and I'm like, yo, I need to get back in the trap for real. Like, the Instagram thing's cool, I can finish my shit. But the people that I really want to talk to, they're still at prison. Like, yo, how do I get out of this? Like, that's what I want to talk to.
Right field and deep.
Like, I told them, they don't relate. Like, I don't think they even relate. Like, if somebody try to talk to me about stocks,
That's really like a piece of paper or something. Tell you the piece for the calendar. The calendar, the piece right there. Look at my finger. Look at my finger. Behind the computer. Yes, give me one of them. Oh, never mind. I thought that was something else. Give me a piece of paper.
So all he had to do now was show me he was proactive.
Why don't you go take him in there and handle that? Take him in there and handle that. What the fuck you doing? Yes, he is, because I said he is.
I got a hoodie on just like you, man. Let's talk about it. Right? I've been with you, Jimmy. It's not working. Let's talk about it. Right? So now,
Looking to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
He didn't put up much of a fight either, man. I really staring at him, I swinging at me,
same language from hustling to converting over. Like, everything about what, like, I gotta, and I'm not trying to sell nothing. Like, my course is called marijuana trapping, Wall Street trapping during the drought. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that. Like, I tell people all the time, like, yo, y'all gotta put this shit to work right now, yo. Game time. Like, that's how we
Half of the eighth, straight ahead.
I can only teach to relate
front,
to people.
2-1.
If you can't relate to it,
Settling in now.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't for everybody, right? I can only speak in a language that I understand. And so that's where the relatability comes in. Because I feel like I always say more of it. Right? And so I just want to teach my people how to sit at the table and say, yo, I can talk about financial statements. This trap took me, this remind him of a triple B. And this remind me of putting on the scale and recalibrating with a nigga. I get it. I understand what he's saying. Like, you make me want to stop on down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm going to talk to that nigga. I'm into it. Like, that's my whole aim. I don't know how that's what happens to y'all, man. Like, even after that, one of my Islamic brothers came and was like, bro, you got so much potential. Like, why are you teaching people? Because, like, I wasn't teaching it. Like, I was still, again, I'm getting out of the mud. Like, I'm selling clean, running numbers, doing all kinds of things. And he's like, bro, like, you got so much potential. Watch this up. Like, why you don't teach something else?
Stepping up to the plate, Logan Fields. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Yo, like,
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down?
because once I had knowledge and I was teaching to then I'm not talking about him. So I started holding myself accountable for teaching my brothers stuff. And so I had to learn a whole bunch of stuff, like my actions, my ways, my community. See another black man, not looking at him like I got something against him, but looking at him like, what's good, King? How you doing? Like, I can, like, let me just with her, right? Like, in the streets, my speaking, I'm looking at you too long, he's like, what's up, man? Especially in the wall, like, what's up? And now immediately you like, oh, what's up then? You know what I'm saying? So now let's see that. What's up, bro? That dialogue, it changed. So now you're receptive to what I got to say. Let me show you what I can teach you about something.
There we go.
Alright, cool. Alright, cool. That's why I love your story, bro. It just shows all you got to do is pour in the brothers and sisters, man. Like, just because you grew up in a certain environment, you're not set in our ways. You don't know any other way. Learn behavior. That's it. And so the only way we get out of that is money.
You want some titty?
It's important to me. Early leadership, man. My brothers in real estate. It was so important to me on my journey. Because even Rashad tells me all the time, you trap, you gotta be good with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to talk. I don't always want to talk. But Rashad will be like, bro, like, you got information. People need to hear from your point of view. Don't be afraid of that. And they made me receptive to being around brothers, learning, giving knowledge, talking it. You know, like that. No hate. Like, I don't gotta withhold the information. I can just keep pouring it. Right? You're gonna get it on the back end. Just keep pouring the information. My bro from Huddersfield, one of the first people he talking about investing in 18 wheelers. I got two of them. But I don't even drive. I don't do nothing. The company drives. It don't make as much as you would if you had an actual company. Right? If I make an extra $1,000, $1,500. And I don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, drive, company book all the loads. I don't do nothing. I just get a check every week, and then I split it with the driver. We split it 50-50. We good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Straight away, I feel nothing. So it was saying, how do I get that relationship equity with people? Like, the relationship's going to put you in situations that money can't put you in. So I need to build solid, founded relationships that build off value. I won't build a relationship with Shaw. I won't build a relationship with envy. I won't do that. Not saying with y'all. Bro, how can I help you? Bro, how can I do bring value in your life? What you do? Let's build your relationship off that instead of how much money I can make. How much money you can make me. Now we looking at each other like, yo, that's my brother right there. He just out of range. He just called me the other day. Man, how you doing today, bro? I don't even want nothing. Like, and we learn how to build those relationships that help us too. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that environment taught me that being around people who didn't expect nothing from me. And also, I didn't have to be a gangster in front of them. Shit, what y'all doing is gangster. This is the most gangster shit y'all ever did in y'all life.
Bro, say the richest gangster.
I love what NVNC's are doing with real estate. I love what Earning Leisure doing with finances. I love what you're doing with stock. Like, that is the information that's going to change it.
I wouldn't be surprised
that's how we change it as a collective.
He's going to win.
The video, information, and then how this will be impactful. Right? I saw you, Envy. I saw you had 3,000 people. Like, yo, like, I want to go talk to them. Like, I want to talk to 3,000 people about stock. Like, it's going to be mind blowing. We get to that point.
Fields has to run straight back, but he gets the first goes down. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away. Once again, is Landon Cedar. He's right for 2 in the ballgame.
Right.
Three to him on the way. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1.
I think he might be involved as well.
Man,
instead of hitting 3,000, 7,000,
It's traveling on the ground. Scooped out. And a start with a round out, 1 away.
Come on, we need this lead, bro. Cool.
Riding in once again, Landon Cedar on top of 1 last time.
however I can, man, this is whatever I can do, I'm with it. The beauty of it is everybody's doing what they genuinely love to do. Like when I talk about mental health, that's I go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take a purpose coach. I'm in mindfulness. That's what I do. I'm just sharing my story. I don't know what's going to impact people. Like, oh, all right.
That I'm telling you, I made it a point to when I came up here. I'm like, I gotta tell Sheldon that. Like, yo, that opened me up so much, man. Like, I suffer with survivor's remorse, heavy. Like, just saying, like, I made it out. Like, I'm like, damn. Like, I be feeling bad sometimes. Like,
especially I go back home.
Yeah, like I go home.
Where we left off,
You know what I'm saying? Because my home is crazy because, like, some of them I gotta deal with them from a distance, and it's out of respect for what I'm doing and what they do. And in my mind, I'm always like, how do I get them? How do I get them? Like, I suffer with bad. Like, I deal with my own situation, like my own games. I'm like, damn, I'm actually God. Like, why is it? You know what I'm saying? So, the therapy helped. One of the things therapy took was
also a score up.
That was crazy. Let's go. I haven't seen the nigga drop the ball. They kept running too.
Real talk.
I'm laughing back to the same conversation with my parents. I had to go have an emergency. I used to go on Friday, I had to have an emergency session. Right. And she literally said to me, like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been doing this for how long? And even with setbacks, you always just keep on. Why would they change that? Shit. Yeah. I my fucking just plugging those things up. You know, I'm always about in relationships, you know, so he's like trap, like you can hear you,
I got this much love for you. I'm not sure if y'all have to go. Still clean up.
I actually ran into you, co-host of the podcast in Atlanta.
This season, Richard told me the last time I want to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Plays out a bullpen that Ernie saved his first of the year. That's it for us this afternoon.
I own my 24 hours, and that's important. But I just want to tell everybody out there also, you know, just because you buy one house and one stock doesn't make you an analyst, all right? Because a lot of people fall, and I make sure I try to vet everybody to make sure that they're really doing it. Because you get a lot of people in these scam and these scheming, because this is, you know, this is a big business as well. Saying they're teaching people are not really doing it. And that's what we try to do. We try to make sure that we bring people up here that actually do it, that really explain and break it down, and not just try to take it.
Sure. Thanks for joining me. Give me information, Instagram.
Oh, for sure, man. Wall Street Trapper on Instagram is Wall_Street_Trapper. And on YouTube is just Wall Street Trapper. Check me out. I drop a lot of information every day, all day on Instagram and YouTube. So just holler at me, man. Let's get it. Let's trap. Big trap. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's Wall Street Trapper.
No, I think you're talking about the woman.
No. Yeah. Her too. But how do you? Charlamagne brought her up.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. But how do you go between who's telling the truth and who's not? How do y'all do that due diligence?
Yeah, I mean, we try to do as much research as we possibly can, especially now. Fortunately, God has provided us with a huge platform at this point, so it's a lot easier. But sometimes it's difficult because it's like everybody has different opinions, there's different stories. So you might hear one story from one person, another story from another person. The unfortunate thing for us is that we're a media platform, but we're a black media platform. So people hold us to the highest level possible. Somebody can go on CNBC, somebody can go on anywhere. They come earn your leisure, something comes out bad, they're attacking the bros because they feel like they know us personally. They would never call CNBC or ABC. So to answer your question, I mean, we do as much research as we possibly can. Really try to vet people, and but to be completely honest with you about it, sometimes you don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get a good feel for somebody, and then something might come out later on, and then I think you just got to take the steps at that point to correct it. It's like if it's an issue, you know what I'm saying, take it down, or you know what I'm saying, go through that, because nobody's perfect. But we definitely, I think, have done a good job. But like I said, sometimes some people aren't who they say they are. For sure, that's a fact.
And another thing I love the podcast is I get to because a lot of this stuff is you don't learn growing up, right? I went to college. They don't teach you in college. There's certain things they don't teach you. My daughter's finally, her major is real estate and investing in real estate. But like the brother that was on there, I'm looking for now, the guy was trucking, right?
No, Alex. Shout out to Alex.
Right. So with your podcast, there's so many different brothers. It's not just real estate. It's not just stocks. It's different brothers and different people from our community that's making money. Now, there's one brother, the reason it intrigued me so much is because during the quarantine and pandemic, everything was shut down. But this brother was still making money because the roads were up, because his trucks were delivering food, delivering, Pampers, and delivering supplies to all these different places. And he continued
back up.
But his initial investment was and the fact that you got
back up.
People these things is what makes me love this podcast so much.
It's so crazy that you say that, and Alex, and it's a great networking tool. So for us, I feel like we get to network with some of the brightest minds in every single industry, like you said, stocks, real estate, trucking. It's not just one thing specific. So, and then of course we would be stupid if we didn't utilize those resources. So we got our truck. We just got our truck. Shout out to Alex. We got an 18-wheeler out in
It's 4 o'clock.
Emojis on it.
You need a mask. I don't care.
So it's crazy. It's just like MG, the mortgage guy. Shout out to MG. We about to get a bunch of real estate properties. But Matt, he's helping us out, like stock, Wall Street traffic. So a lot of the people that we actually develop relationships with are actually mentoring us and helping us actually. So we're learning as we go too. So this trucking thing is so interesting because it's like coming from New York. I never looked at owning a truck as a viable option. Like I just saw trucks on the road, but you never think about who actually owns
It's crazy because growing up down south, that's what it was about. Get your CDL license, be a truck driver.
A truck about driving.
Yeah, but that's the point. You get your CDL and you buy a truck. Like Wax brother owned a couple of trucks.
Yeah, brothers out there. What was your favorite podcast, if you had to say one? The one that was the most delightful. And I take mine out of that. Top 5. But besides mine, what was your favorite podcast you learned the most about there?
Wow, I think Matt's episode was crazy because he was talking about real estate and we're sitting in my house. And that strategy he had talked about creating that 4-3-2-1, like live in one apartment, rent out the third, go on to the next thing, live in 3 bedrooms or 3 apartments, live in one to rent out the 2. And I'm sitting in my house like, wait, this is an amazing strategy. Like nobody told us this, right? And so like here's what's important to me, just because we filmed it in my house, we're just talking about these strategies. I think Wall Street Trappers episode 44 was important. Alex, mobile homes. It was the first couple that we had. And that was something that I never knew. So trust was something we never thought about. But the only time we spoke about mobile homes is when we looked at 8 Mile. And it was like, yo, that's 8 Mile, that's trailer park trash. And it was like, this is a business? And so when
that, or the only time, Charlamagne cut a hole in his mobile home and would masturbate through that hole.
Well, it did happen. Was it like happening that way? Like it was just like he just said it so crazy. That's what happened.
So that episode was so important because first it was the first couple, and we got to watch them grind from the bottom and make it to get home homes. But the most important thing is when we did that, it was like a year and a half ago. They had spoke about their ambition to own a park one day, and so a year later, not only did they get a park, they own 4 parks. Wow. And so we got to watch the growth. We sat with them in the hood in Chicago and watched them grow their business and their personal life. And it's like, this is incredible. Like, this is what we need to see. And then back to the part where you said that we're not taught about this. Being in education, I'm sitting in the school knowing that these kids are not going to learn any of the things that I'm talking about. So at a certain point, it was like, are we complicit in this? And so we had to make a decision, like you said, in the summer. It was like, we're going to teach the kids the things that they didn't learn in school. So we took those 6 weeks, like it was 10 months of school that they never got. And now we're starting to see the offspring of that. We're seeing 14-year-olds wanting to get into the vending machine business.
A manager checks in.
Kids talking about trucking because they're so incredible. So the trajectory of their lives is going to change forever because of something that you thought of and an idea. I would say that you started with that idea in an iPhone. Now look what it's turned into.
Do you think the black community is beginning to receive enough access to financial literacy?
Absolutely. I feel like financial literacy is a snowball that's turned into an avalanche. Envy, I've been to Envy's seminar with 2,500 people in Jersey. Then they did that same night, they did 1,500. That's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's only getting bigger. So our platform is definitely, I don't think if we started our platform 5 years ago, it wouldn't have taken off the way it had. It was perfect timing. And financial literacy is in season right now. Even if you look at the rappers, like Meek Mill talking about buy crypto, buy stocks. You hear Rick Ross talking about entrepreneurship more than talking about music nowadays. So, like, financial literacy is something that is extremely in vogue right now in our community, and it's a good thing, and hopefully it's here to stay.
But it scares me, though. I'm going to tell you why it scares me. It scares me when people say things and tell people things and they don't know the knowledge of everything, right? Because if you follow a rapper or you follow your favorite celebrity, they tell you to do something, you jumped out there and do it, and don't know what you're talking about, you get got. You know what I mean? So that scares me a little bit when somebody just said, go buy cryptocurrency. You know what I mean? And
that's why I love it.
You know what I mean? That's scary. You know, if you don't break down what to do, it can hurt rather than help.
And you know what? And it's crazy that you say that. And that's a valid point. And that's why I think that I told you this on the phone. The financial literacy people and the investors and the entrepreneurs, they have to be championed just like rappers. Because you shouldn't really be getting, no disrespect to rappers, a lot of people, but 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't be getting your financial advice from a rapper. That's right. Like, we hold them in such high regards that they tell us to do something, we'll do it. But they're not really in a position to give that kind of advice because that's not really what they've been trained to do. So the entrepreneurs and the investors are going to be the new superstars, they're going to be the new rock stars, and they're going to be champions because I feel like during the pandemic, our platform skyrocketed. And it's crazy because it's like at the beginning of March, remember they said like if you wasn't an essential worker, you couldn't go outside. So I feel like we got deemed as essential workers not by the government, by the people. Because it's like when you're down on your luck, this matters. A lot of rappers had to cancel their shows. They wasn't getting no money because they realized that they wasn't essential. No disrespect, it's good entertainment, but it's not essential. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when I look at the legacy, like I told you, I look at your legacy more so as a media mogul, not a radio personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Envy, when he's done, he's going to be remembered more as a Don Peoples. You know what I'm saying? A black millionaire real estate developer. That's going to be more. He's impacted more people with real estate than he is with playing music. No disrespect to his music, 25 years, but he probably tell you nobody's like they say he changed his life because he bought a home. So we have to really focus in on financial literacy, get serious, and elevate those people because these are the leaders of this generation. Because I don't care how fast you can run, eventually you gotta retire. A rapper's career is 3 years maximum.
I wonder if guys like Don Peoples do the community a disservice by not having more public conversation. I mean, this is a brother that owns damn near half of LA, is almost a billionaire, if not a billionaire. And it's just like, why people don't know who Don Peoples is?
Because it's not championed by our community, right? If you're in the know, you know, but if you don't, you don't, right? And it's like you said, champion rappers and entertainers because that's what we inspire to be. That's what's been shown to us since we were 6. It was like that's the only one way to become wealthy. And what Shadi's saying is correct. We're teaching people there's a whole other avenue, right? There's 120 different avenues. We got that. Just showing you there's so many different ways to do it. And so I always live by that point that in order everybody wants to be us, we just gotta see us, right? And so people haven't seen that. Nobody even knows what he looks like. Know who he is. Or who he is. Right? But when you see a guy like Alex, you see a Wall Street Trapper, or you see with mobile homes, you can be them and you can make money. So like I listen to a rapper, it's a transactional relationship. I buy you
over here.
No, look, I'm
and it's also a culture too. It's like